Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, we are looking at a new update on Tropical Storm Bret and newly formed Tropical Storm Cindy in the Atlantic. Right now, look at the satellite imagery for Tropical Storm Bret. We do not have a very organized tropical storm at all from this afternoon. We have some convection and thunderstorm activity on the eastern side of this, but you can see there the center of this storm is located about there. You can see the circulation very well there, but there's no convection wrapping around to this. This is a completely distinct center eye wall. So as it enters the shear, this is going to continue to weaken down into a tropical depression as it goes through the rest of the Caribbean. Now looking at Cindy, which was Tropical Depression 3, you have quite a bit of thunderstorm activity. It looks a little bit more organized than Tropical Storm Bret. Looks a lot more solid than Bret due to this whole area of convection, and just general circulation looks pretty healthy as of right now. And here's the National Hurricane Center 7-8 graphical tropical weather outlook. You can see that we have Bret and Cindy. Starting off with Bret, we have maximum sustained winds of 50 knots or 60 miles per hour and minimum center pressure of 1002 millibars, located at 13.3 north, 64.7 west. Movement is west at 21 miles per hour, so it is moving quite fast here throughout the Caribbean. And moving fast, it also weakens down, so we have shear and it's moving fast, so it won't have time to develop really any further as it heads westward towards Central America. Now, Tropical Storm Cindy has maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour, a minimum center pressure of 1003 millibars, located at 12.5 north, 48.0 west. Movement is west-northwest at 16 miles per hour. Looking at the latest forecast cone for Tropical Storm Bret, it is expected to continue as a tropical storm through 8 p.m. of Saturday, as by 8 a.m. Sunday, it is expected to weaken down into a tropical depression before reaching Central America. So only really a tropical depression unless that's Central America, mainly Nicaragua and Honduras, maybe a little bit of Costa Rica, depending on the path here it takes. But mainly this area will be taking on a lot of rainfall and some gusty winds throughout early next week. Now looking at Tropical Storm Cindy forecast cone, as you can see there, it's going to be staying as a tropical storm for quite a while here, as by 8 a.m. Monday, it is still a tropical storm. By 8 a.m. Tuesday, it is expecting to be weakening down into a tropical depression before weakening into a post-tropical cyclone by 8 a.m. Wednesday. So not really much to land. This is going to be quite a small storm, so I don't expect really many impacts to the U.S. Virgin Islands at all from this. Even Bermuda should be fine from Tropical Storm Cindy. This will mainly be a fish storm going out to sea, as we have a big wall of wind shear that is going to be weakening it down early next week. Looking at global hurricane models for Tropical Storm Bret, most of these do head right in between Honduras and Nicaragua, right there near the border. We have some that even curve up towards the Gulf of Mexico. If it even curves up to the Gulf of Mexico, it won't make it far. We have a lot of shear that's gonna linger here for the next few weeks or so. That's gonna be protecting the Gulf of Mexico from these tropical cyclones. Again, mainly a lot of rainfall and some gusty winds for Honduras and Nicaragua. Model intensity guidance, and it is pretty much going down from now into a tropical depression by hour 36, so less than 40 hours until this really breaks apart into a tropical depression. Tropical Storm Cindy model track guidance, and most of these are in that kind of cone of certainty until about right here. As you can see, most of these up here are still kind of mixed up. A couple go towards the Bermuda, bringing maybe some minor impacts to Bermuda, as we still have a lot that are kind of hanging out around here south of Bermuda and generally just weakening over here. But we still have some that make it past Bermuda. So generally generally this weekend, we're going to have to watch here for any potential path changes for Cindy. Again, no really impacts at all for the U.S. Virgin Islands, the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, really not much impacts at all. The main concern right now is for Bermuda. Looking at the GFS model, this is from the 12Z run, and the GFS model is kind of weird with tropical weather, so take this with a little bit of a grain of salt here. But as you can see, there's Bret, there is Cindy right there on the GFS model. You have the high pressure northeast of Bermuda, very clearly see there. as we head forward with time this weekend, you can see Bret weakening as it goes through all that wind shear in the Caribbean before getting to a post-tropical cyclone before it reaches Central America, Nicaragua, and Honduras. You see Cindy having a struggling time getting up there to Bermuda, but as you can see, it actually makes it through the wind shear according to the GFS model by hour 156. That's next Friday, so I don't expect this to weaken back into a weirdly strong hurricane in the northern Atlantic. We have some cool waters up here. Again, take this with a grain of salt. We have some tropical waves coming off of Africa as well throughout the rest of June. And I don't expect those to develop. Once again, we have this shear that's going to exist throughout the rest of June. But around July 1st, we're going to have to watch for maybe a little bit of activity in the Caribbean near Central America. But again, that's 250 hours out from now. So that's very far out. We pretty much have no idea what's going to happen as we get past the 150-hour mark. And things are definitely going to change here. So stay tuned for more of these videos. That was a update for today. Not a lot of information out today, but these storms are not really going to be doing much as they continue on throughout their lifetime. Cindy and Bret. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications. You won't miss a single upload on this tropical season or any extreme weather events that are coming up. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.